basics of what I learned from my gurus of the basic concept of lighting. Now, can you see the screen? There's nothing there. Now, I'll first explain before I go into. First, let me explain. I won't, since it's mixed audience, I won't go too much into the technicalities of lighting. Light design, I will touch on. Anyway, I won't go too much into the basics of lighting technology, but just my philosophy, what lighting should be and what I've learned and what I believe in. Now, what is light? You can see something now? Okay, now, why is that? Because my belief in light is its absence of darkness. You saw that little thing in the previous slide because there was a bit of light falling on it. So light and shade has formulated my philosophy of light design. Without shade, without shadow, lighting is immaterial. Like a painter who paints with his colored pigments on a blank white canvas, a light designer has to paint with his lights on a black canvas. And now this black concept will be a recurrent theme in my presentation. My fascination for black and why I wanted black. I'll touch briefly on the stage and its equipment because here there are a lot of theatre students and also dance students, and I always believe that the dancers lack a basic training in their training while they are training in dance. Unlike the theatre people who get trained in body movements and dance, the dance students don't get trained in theatre. So they lack a very basic knowledge of what theatre is, the theatre space, and also the basics of acting, and not acting, but basics of theatre training. There are some of the basic types of theatre: stage, proscenium, thrust, arena, and traverse. You have other subdivisions, but these are the main. And this is why I'm telling you, I'll come back to it. Why I'm trying to explain this is, especially with dancers, it's happened with me, that over the phone or through email, they send me a brief about their piece, saying I want a spot here and a spot there, and their description is, I want a spot on the right and a spot on the left, but without knowing what is the right and the left. And on that brief, I go and set up my lights, and when the dancer comes on stage, says, no, this is not the side I wanted left. I said, well, that is stage right. You told me right, and I put it on the right. So the whole orientation, that is what I'm trying to say, is the lack of knowledge of the theatre space is sometimes a big handicap for them. A proscenium theatre, that's the most common theatre that we see all over. It's a face-to-face, the actor and the audience is face-to-face with the proscenium. What is a proscenium? That is the proscenium arch. That arch that you see, which divides, that's the dividing line between the audience and the actors and the stage. That's the proscenium arch. Now, proscenium stage, as we know it today, is basically a misnomer. It is a 20th century definition to identify a stage with a prominent proscenium arch or opening. Originally, it was meant to identify the space in front of the proscenium arch, the apron as it is also known, where a narrator or an actor positioned positioned himself to keep the audience engaged while the area behind the arch was being reset for the next scene. Proscenium is actually derived from pro-scene, before a scene. That's how the name has come.